Soon Ultrask attacking a Plague Zealot. They're taken out very quickly. Bisu has to be careful. He does have a lot of force, and wow, so many cannons there at the 5 o'clock expansion there. And his gas going very soon, so many cannons. So Bisu is going to try to defend as much as he can. maGma actually, I don't think has the time right now to try to engage that. He's going down for another battle in the middle, but I think Bisu has far too many forces. He has so many High Templar using those Archons, while Bisu just doing exactly what he needed to be. But a few probes did get caught there while they were moving towards that expansion. I don't even know if that expansion was caught. Nice Plague also there going off. I didn't see that so many Archons and Zealots and Dragoons be caught like that. maGma's been very careful. He has to use Dark Swarms and Plagues very effectively. And again, so many beautiful storms by Bisu. Bisu doing freaking Jangbi storms in this game here. So Bisu overall just has very nice unit composition. Just maGma just not nearly expanding enough. He has taken a base at the 12 o'clock position, but he needs another expansion. He needs another gas. I think his main is almost mined out at this point. And he has to get more forces down on the ground, because the way that Bisu, storms going off on most of the drones. One drone manages to survive. Bisu has just been allowed to expand so much without any harassment. There's been no drops, no lurker drops, no force drops. And actually, I don't think maGma can actually spare forces for drops now. Again, Dark Swarm trying to engage those Archons, doing a pretty nice encirclement. Although Archons are still pretty powerful under Dark Swarm, or not nearly as much. I think those Archons, they're going to be forced to retreat. Meanwhile, they'll be forced another nice Dark Swarm right on over those Ultras. Those Archons are in serious trouble. Scourge flying out, trying to take out any observers that may be underground. Another nice storm right on those two Ultras. Oh, he does sacrifice a few Zealots on the way there as well. Ultra's trying to move into as much damage as he can. Meanwhile, a Overlord here, I don't think that's a no. Even if that was a drop, I think that was just a sacrificial lamb there. Usually you don't just use one Overlord for a drop, because you can't carry that many forces. And with those many cannons, that Overlord drop wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway. Bisu, anyway, not being able to prevent anything else. Bisu, his expansion is not being prevented again. Bisu, for some reason, deciding not to moving in 12 o'clock position. Maybe he thinks he might be walking into encirclement or something. Meanwhile, setting a Zealot at that expansion there, it's going to be cleaned out pretty quickly by the soldiers. Now we're going to see the first person view of Bisu. See him micromanaging a lot. He has the Dark Templar. All the Zerglings have been trying to move in the expansion. maGma not paying attention, and those Zerglings are going to get all massacred. There's Ultrask also moving down there, and yeah, maGma just now paying attention to what's happening. Lost most of the cracklings on the ground there. Now the first person view of maGma. maGma is in serious trouble at this point. I don't know what he can really do to come back. He has to heavily expand. Not just has to expand, he has to hold his expansion as well as harass Bisu. He has to, first of all, I think he should focus on that 5 o'clock expansion, which is exactly what I think about. There's so many cannons there, and his 12 o'clock expansion is not at all being defended properly. So he's in serious trouble at this point now. Zealots, High Templar, as well as an Archon moving in, and see what kind of damage they can do. Okay, here it goes. Dark Swarms in a beautiful location now. Zerglings and Ultrax are moving. We're going to see what kind of damage they're going to do. Meanwhile, maGma's 12 o'clock base is going to get taken down, so maGma really has to take down that Nexus to make it worthwhile. And now this base here might also get taken down, but there are Ultrax there and Zerglings that could defend this, but apparently they're not. He's basically, maGma apparently he's just going to sacrifice that hatchery. maGma sacrifices 2 bases for one of Bisu's. I don't think is what he needs to do. Nidus can also get a lot. Oh man, there's also some Zerglings just moving in far too late. Nice storm going off there. Oh, Bisu just doing so good. Storms catching everything everywhere. Those High Templar are being used so at Bisu. Wow, just storms still everywhere. Freaking Jangbi. He must have stolen Jangbi's soul and taken it for himself. Meanwhile, Plague going off on those Archons and Zealots. So late there. Bisu has lost his 4 o'clock base, but I think he'll take it. While meanwhile taking too many bases off of maGma. maGma now on 3 bases. I think his main is done. His natural is done. I don't know how the 3 o'clock base is holding up. I think that's what most of them done. maGma at this point is in a very, very bad position. I think soon enough he should just GG. He has to take this out. That base right there. That 9 o'clock base has to be taken out by maGma. If he does not take out base, meanwhile getting up his own expansions, he will be screwed. He will be done. His natural almost completely mined out. His main is done. His 3 o'clock base is also mining very little. Corsairs meanwhile out. So Bisu's apparently thinking of, while he's taking out forces, he's going to maybe take out Overlords and make sure that there will be no reinforcement of maGma there. So there are a lot of Corsairs flying all over the place. Apparently they're just there for damaging. A lot of Ultrask and Zerglings meanwhile on the way from maGma. We're going to see what they're going to do. But wow, so many forces by both players. But Bisu can of course reinforce much quicker here. He has had expansions running for much longer. There are a few Ultrasks there and Zerglings to defend there. Plague going off on one of those Corsairs. The Corsairs Moonbow. Oh, man! Oh, man, that was horrible. maGma just plagued, I think, 3 or 4 of his own Ultras. He did catch some of Bisu's forces, but at this point, I think he's pretty much screwed. Playing so many of his own Ultras, that's going to be deadly. That's the kind of mistake that as a professional player, you're just not supposed to make. And, of course, with that mistake, he loses all of those forces. The Corsairs flying all over the place, killing all overlords. And maGma actually forced to build some Hydras to make sure those those Corsairs don't do enough damage. Wow, I don't even know. That one Corsair has already 3 kills at that point. There are also air upgrades a lot. And now Bisu moving in with Dark Templar and Zealots, and as well as Archons. Going to take out that base there. And so many. That one Corsair has 2 kills, another Corsair has 3 kills. Now more GG finally now coming down for maGma. Just slowly but surely, he just had to lose there. Bisu playing. This is exactly the kind of PvZ you're supposed to see from Bisu. He didn't play badly against Savior per se. He just, for one thing, made some mistakes. He didn't expand as much or as quickly as he needed to. He didn't put on as much pleasure. Almost sounded like pleasure. Yeah, I supposed to. No. Didn't put on as much pressure on Savior as he should have. Here he was pressuring the entire game with that magnificent use of High Templars and Zealots. maGma obviously looking a little bit dejected. He has now been ejected. Dejected rhymes with ejected. He has now been ejected from the MSL by Bisu, losing to 0 first, and now losing to Bisu in the losers match. Savior is the only one who has confirmed gone on to the round of 16. Now we're going to have the final match between Bisu and Zero, another PvZ. I look forward to seeing how that goes. Bisu has to come through in that match, has to win to have any chance of getting forward in this lost Saga MSL, where he is the defending champion. I mean, he's in the video, for crying out loud. What's the next video going to be, opening video going to be like, if Bisu's not going to be in it? That's just going to be weird. So yeah, GG. There is Bisu's next challenger. GG from me, guys. Look for more from me soon.